Right, so the basics I've done so far is I've used a black undercoat, which is the Valero airbrush one. Followed by the white, just to highlight it, and I've done a couple of photos of those ones, so I'll be adding them in a minute. And then all I've done, I've literally just used the burnt red, which is, I'll get the colours out. Gory red, burnt red. So burnt red is a base coat, and then I've got gory red, a scarlet red, or scarlet blood, should I say. I'll just get the other paints. A bloody red, orange fire, and sun yellow. So I'll be using these 6 colours basically for the reds, and that's my palette there. So you've got the burnt red, the gory red, scarlet red, bloody red, and the others. Black obviously I've used for just behind the chainmail. The bone white, which I've used as a base coat for his horns and the skulls. And then my 3 colours that I use for skin tones, which is orange brown, basic flesh tone, and light flesh tone. So I mean, that's the basic figure so far. Right, I'll be doing just to get some highlights on here first, just so I know the direction that I'm going in. And like I said, this one's for a painting competition, so right, so that's the next stage that I've done. So that's been using the gory red. I'm just going to let that dry for a bit. That's just the basic highlights done. A bit more skin work done. Right, so for the next bit, I'll be just getting some basics done on the metal work, and I always start off with hammered copper, and then I'll build them up from there. But I'll be using hammered copper, glorious gold, if I can find it, brass, and polished gold, which is that one, just for the highlights. Let me get my fine brush. Now this set of paintbrushes here that I picked up at the Bolton show was £7. and it goes from 10-0 all the way up to 0. Absolutely brilliant set. I think can't remember who the maker was that did it, but I'll see if I can find out anyway. So all I want to be doing on these is literally just getting a very basic coat on the gold bits. And I'm not too worried about if I overspill it, because there's going to be some more layers on anyway. I just want to get these highlighted up, and I'll be dry brushing these bits in a minute as well. Get some red under there first, I think. Right, so all I've done here, I've literally put some sort of yellowy orange mix just to get some highlights on it. Once that was dry, I've given everything a black wash just to sort of tone it down. So I'll be working on getting the reds back up again, and I'll be doing some work on the horns in a minute. So the silver on the shield I'll be leaving at the moment. I've still got the wood to do behind the shield, but it's starting to take shape. Right, so all I'm going to be doing now is literally putting some very thin, watered down red coat over the whole lot, and I'll be using the bloody red and the scarlet red for this. And this is just to sort of hide the yellow highlights that I've done a minute ago on there. And like I said, don't worry if you go over the copper that I've done a minute ago. because you're going to be highlighting it with different colours anyway. So this is literally just to get the base colours back down again to where they sort of should be. Almost like a wash, this what I'm using at the moment.